What is up, everybody? Bettor's Delight, Season 4, Episode 7. Couple of glitches. People can't hear each other, but we're back in action for the week. A lot of shakeups. In the world of the standings. There was a gentleman on the show last week who mentioned, those little bets, those big ones that get a third of a unit, a quarter of a unit, they add up. Well, not enough. Not enough to keep Matt out of last place, even though he had a positive 16-3 record or 16-13 record. Not positive for the week, Matt.
If I was 16-3, it's like I'm just taking negative 8,000s. Just like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna shake it up, Scott Farrell. But it's okay. Isn't that Scott Farrell?
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Big fan reference already
Yes.
into the show. But it was a tough week. We got some wins, we got some losses. Temple, man, my guys, we were up 3-0 at halftime, and they lost 24-3. It doesn't make sense to me. Team needs to get it together. We got to figure it out in the locker room this week, but I'm sure I'll be taken later in the show when I find out who they play.
Well, that's perfect. Perfect research for you to find out later while we're actually doing the picks. In my case, I clearly jinxed everything, talked a lot of trash, and somehow ended up back in the negatives overall for the season. That's just how this works.
How'd that happen?
Well, listen, it's football let me down this week. BovadaSportsbook.com, the football section and the MMA section, not very helpful to me this week for sure.
There's one thing we know. It's that I'm the football guy. That was you last week, in case you're wondering.
This is actually
a Greg impression?
This is actually coming from the guy who didn't win a pick for 3 weeks in college football.
We back. We're back on American soil, as my best friend just told me in my ear. Okay? On American soil, we're back. We're back. We had a great week. We went positive. We're no longer in last. The little wins, spin zone, they added up enough for me.
I mean, you are less. You're less than I think. I'm not good at math, but you're like 0.21 units ahead of Matt right now in the last place race.
That's enough.
Do it as a fraction.
I can't do. You're still 20 units in the negative, whereas Mike, you're the only one in the positive club. Another big week, plus 7.91 units. I don't know what else to say.
Let's do it, Mike.
I'm hot right now. We're up 4 units in 6 weeks. Pretty good. But you know what really matters? The only thing that matters is the Fightins are going to the playoffs. Greg wrong. Matt wrong. The Bucket wrong. Double B wrong. Pop your chains. Pop your bottles. We're going to the playoffs.
The value boys.
We're always right. We're always
Never
right.
wavered.
Never wavered. That's all I wanted to say.
I love how you actually think I didn't think this team was going to make the playoffs.
That is the biggest joke I've ever seen.
They let every team in the playoffs now.
What?
It's true.
Literally,
it's not true.
They had to add 2 extra spots just for the Phillies to end their drought. So
doesn't matter.
It
A playoffs is a playoffs. Anybody gets in. You just got to get in. You win though, Matt. You do have to win. You're right there.
Yeah, and like I said, actually,
win.
I had a conversation with my buddy, my coworker today. He's retired, actually. We don't work together anymore. Not that matters. But, so.
Not in the least.
I was telling him, I was like, my brother and his loser buddies are all like, 6 outs left in the Brewers game.
Well, I mean,
4 outs left. It's like, no, win our game, move into the next round, have some momentum. Imagine popping bottles because other teams lost and you also lost.
Well, they could have won, and we could have won. It wouldn't have mattered. We both
Imagine
wrong.
Popping bottles for being losers. That's
I agree.
It's literally the meme where the guy you have it's you popping champagne, spraying it in your face, and then you're at like the bottom of the barrel, and everyone's like, "What's that guy doing?" Like first place is up there. So
when I opened this up on Monday when they clinched it spilled all over my floor.
You've just had that open for 3 days now.
No, there's nothing. I just poured some water. There's actually nothing in it. It's a prop.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, there's
water.
water.
I know you're doing freaking prop games.
It is a prop.
You're doing prop games?
That's what fans like. Non-authentic bits. That's for sure.
Yep.
No authenticity over at Mike's house. StockX would deem him and send him back to the cellar.
Hey.
Fake stamp.
Well, I've heard what you had to do to get verified by StockX, and I'm out on that. So
It's for a different show.
Yeah, but believe me, we'll get to the picks far sooner in this episode. I can promise you. Then I was in the I just got to the football picks in the underdog right before we started the show today.
It's about 45 minutes in. I told all the listeners on the underdog, if you want to get to picks sooner, I mentioned, I was like, go listen to Bettor's Delight. You get picks sooner. Greg moves the show along. And we get to I think it was the 45-minute mark right after talking. What did we talk about yesterday?
King of Queens, She-Hulk.
Yeah. Capybaras, maybe?
No, Capybaras, I don't think made an appearance this week.
Surprisingly not.
Yeah. There was a lot covered, for sure. And very entertaining. I will say that. It's a weekly listen for me. So, shout out you.
We appreciate your listenership. And then
Yes.
I do want to shout out the fans. This was big. I put this out there into the universe. Thank you to the fans for commenting that Chris and Mark are best friends. We are keeping the show. We are keeping the show online for another week, and then getting us to 14K views. That was a big step. And I just the subscriber list is jumping up. We're at what 38.8 right now. Thousand, not
thousand.
I said
in the
K.
universe.
We're
38.8
thousand, and that's huge. We're 1.2 thousand away from getting to 40,000, and that's the next goal.
Good math.
That's the next goal.
That's trying to get that mastery in basic math comment.
Unbelievable.
That's what he's trying to get.
Unbelievable.
I'm excited.
That's a belt I got. Mastery in basic. I can't talk. Damn. Basic math.
Why don't you just get a plaque from a college? College algebra.
I mean, they don't give
algebra was tough.
I was about to say, how'd you know I almost failed?
I had to take it twice.
Hang on, you took algebra in college?
Yeah, it's called college algebra.
Yeah, it was literally college.
Right to calculus, Mike.
Yeah, well, I was already in like second calculus. I dropped a couple times though.
This one was a late addition to the classes because it was an extra course credit. It was 4 credits, and I needed 4 credits to graduate that next semester. So I was like, random college algebra, I'll take it.
I dropped pre-calc senior year of high school to take Latin 1, and that is Nuke Cheppy.
I mean, to be fair, neither of those are really applicable in your current life. So
Vini Vidi Vici.
That is Greek.
I don't know. Turns out you didn't learn a lot. So
who's the quarterback for the? Who was the guy?
Vinny Testaverde.
Yes.
How'd you know that's what he was talking about?
Benvenucci?
Benvenucci.
Nuke Cheppy was his big Latin phrase. It means "now I begin." That's what Phil Revers used to go off. And dargone it to heck, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a really solid quarterback who never could get it done when it actually mattered. Awesome regular season quarterback.
Because he's always like, I mean, his phrase was literally "now I start." He doesn't finish. He just starts.
You know what?
I start crap all the time. Like, I got so many projects going on in this house.
That's perfect because Veni Vidi Vici means I came, I saw, I conquered. So, perfect.
So it doesn't apply to you at any point during the 94 episodes of the podcast.
True.
Except when I was in first place at the end of season 2 until
did you conquer?
No, second place. I apologize.
Oh, so that
season 3.
That's Vinny Matt Vici. That's
What's up? It's Matt Vici.
That could be a pizza place. Vinny Vici. Like, what's going on?
I promise you, there is a Vinny Vici pizza place somewhere.
It's honestly, it could be a backyard baseball player. Like,
could be a backyard baseball player.
Second baseman, Vinny Vici.
Well,
I mean,
was the
they
guy?
had Vinny Del Vecchio. Like, it's not.
Yeah. I thought it was Tony Del Vecchio.
It is. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
He
always thought he was
worked.
smoking a cigarette, but it was a lollipop.
He was smoking a cigarette lollipop. That's how they hit it.
Yes.
The cigarette candies are dangerous.
Yes, they
not for,
most
for
certainly
different
are.
types of health
Yeah,
reasons.
health reasons.
Blood sugar. not anything
They're
else.
not that good. They're not that good. But
So let's see here. So there's a flatbread pizza place in Pittsburgh called V3 Pizza, and V3 stands for Veni Vidi Vici, but it's all flatbread pizza. I'm out. I'm out.
I came, I baked, it came out flat. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
That's hilarious.
It turns out I'm not a very good baker. I don't know.
Not even a tiny bit, despite all the great British baking shows that you watch.
We actually baking pizzas is tough. I tried baking a pizza once and did not. I had too much dough. It's very tough.
You gotta get one of those like Unu pizza ovens. They have like those specific pizza ovens that you can make the personal pizza.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Those look amazing.
I have a friend.
We have a friend too.
To comment, Sean.
I have a friend too. Screw you guys. I got friends.
Yeah, and I have also a friend.
All right, well, I have a best friend that's a producer. How about you?
My friends are way better than yours. My friends make non-flatbread pizzas.
You know what they don't do is they most certainly don't
We're
make
back.
picks. Stop doing that during the show.
It wasn't me. It was my best friend.
Perfect. Well, what your best friends don't do is they don't make picks at Bovada. They don't go through all the lines.
Oh, Chris, you got me too. Best friends.
You didn't even mute yourself, you idiot.
So I say, fellas,
I love this show.
I say we put week 6 in the books and we move on to week 7 of the season. And we're going. Shut up!
We pee, we poop. We're adults. We're humans.
Thank you. I'm hoping we can do that.
It's been a long day.
We will get to a pick sometime.
At some point, we will.
What's your day? Tell us your day by day. Or
No,
by
nobody
minute.
wants to hear about that.
Life and times of Greg.
The heck was that? All right, let's get to college football then. I got the reference, Matt. Excellent show, Life and Times of Tim. I'll start with you, Matt, in college football.
College football.
He's gonna say, you know where we're going.
Yeah, every time. I've noticed that.
What do I say?
You start with that. You know where I'm going.
And then he finds it.
Yeah.
I woke up literally 5 minutes ago on the couch. I ate a chicken parm sandwich and then all of a sudden was like, oh, like I got to do this. I looked at my phone. It said 7:59 and I was like, uh-oh.
It's going to be a problem.
You know where I'm going, though. Western Michigan -5, -110 over Eastern Michigan. This is a classic West versus East matchup.
Action.
That's
Nice.
it. It's all,
Nice.
Mountain West
analysis.
Action Company. Which one is this, Mike?
West.
It's the Mac. I believe.
Return of the Mac and
It is
Cheetos.
Mac.
Action.
Return of the Mac and Cheetos, my man.
Yeah, so no, I'm excited for hot take. Burger King is probably the best fast food place out there.
No.
It's a very hot take.
It's a
Horrible.
cold take because it's terrible.
No,
Very
Burger
cold.
King is really, really good. When's the last time you had a Burger King burger?
Never,
I
because they're
don't go
horrible.
there
Yeah,
'cause
it's
they're
been a
terrible.
while.
Exactly. You can't say bad if you've literally never had it.
It's
Mike
not
also
that I've
doesn't
never
eat
had it.
eggs.
It's probably been like 2 years. I'll say
No,
2
I haven't.
years.
Yeah, I don't like eggs. I don't know what to tell. It's not something I like.
Everyone likes eggs.
There's so many
Scrambled,
different ways to eat eggs.
yeah, scrambled,
One of
fertilized,
them has to be
baked.
good.
You know, Jesus Christ,
Poached.
Matt. you know who's in to the eggs and who's winning the Egg Bowl this year? That's the Ole Miss. That's the Mississippi
Yes,
State.
you got it. No, Freudian slip. Freudian
You just
slip.
ruined that. Dude, you always do this.
Yeah.
What's up,
Mississippi
Fruit?
State -9.5, -110 on Bovada. God
That's 9.5
dang it.
for Arkansas on my board.
Arkansas should have
Dude.
covered last week. A sin.
Nope.
Dude, I like
Yes.
the underdogs this week, which makes sense because we're on the underdog network. So I
don't know
really
what's
hope
going
that
on.
doesn't
You
come
just-
off. I hope
Did
that
you
doesn't.
just-
Oh
He did
man,
last
I
week,
didn't.
dude.
Oh,
The
that's what he was doing earlier.
It was
I
taken.
wish-
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you-
tennis player?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he just pulled it off and the whole camera came through the computer?
I don't think you know how computers work.
I don't think I do either.
It's a GoPro camera, so
well, turns out some of those don't work.
I always think I always want to get a GoPro, but then I kind of think of like The Office and Michael Scott when he's like, "Yeah, I bought a video camera last year. It's all just footage of squirrels outside my house." Like, I don't do anything cool enough to like need a GoPro. Like, I don't bike a lot. I don't go mountain climbing. I guess I could put it on my dog and watch her run around.
I was gonna say, in my neighborhood, there's a cat that walks around with one.
What?
And we did
Why
figure
would
that
I
out.
watch that though?
Mike is being spied on by his neighbors and the
Yeah.
government.
There's a cat that walks around. It's always in my backyard and everything, and it has a backpack on with a GoPro sometimes.
There's a cat. There's
Weird.
birds just watching him too.
Mr. Blue Jay is just a straight camera.
How have we actually, to be fair, how have we not figured out how to GoPro helmets in football so we could get like real legitimate like views?
Dude, have you
from
seen
quarterbacks and from
Have
stuff?
you seen those like the views they have from like the ref helmets or the
Yeah.
ref hats? They're terrible. They're
Well,
going to give you a seizure.
I mean, listen, I understand that you're staring at straight chaos entirely, but I'm in on it.
It's wild.
I just give me an option.
Give me the virtual
Yeah.
reality football that I've seen on the MetaQuest or whatever it is. with
That does look fun.
Have you seen that video with the dad? He's like trying to throw and he couldn't throw, so then he
Oh.
scrambles and he actually runs into the wall.
He runs right in. He runs like
People
falls
get
right
so
back in the
bold in those things, man.
Dude,
They get
it's
way
awesome.
too bold.
They're like,
would-
you just forget where you are. You got to remember you're not,
On the field?
Yeah.
actually on the
I want-
field.
I want the Mike Vick like experience ride. Remember for the commercial
Dude, yes.
where like and they put you on the ride and like you're breaking tackles and you're like, oh, you're Mike Vick. Like that was a cool
Yeah.
commercial.
It was.
If they could make that for real, that would
If
be
you
nice.
haven't seen that video of that dad playing that virtual
is a good
reality
one.
football and scrambling, you got to see it because his scramble to the left, right into the wall, he moves faster than Sam Bradford and Matt Stafford. I was gonna say Matt Stafford, but I went with Sam. But Bradford was slow too.
Matt Samford.
Matt Stafford and Sam Stafford.
Mike, what's your next pick?
Right. Well, sadly, me and Mark were discussing before. There's no Colorado game this week, but next week they did fire their coach, so they might have a coach bump. We might go against the model next week.
What do you got next week, Mike?
We'll see. But this week we're going to just start with Notre Dame -3.5, -110 against BYU in Las Vegas. I don't know. Notre Dame looks like they turned a corner a little bit after that UNC game.
I'm also on that Notre Dame pick.
I think
I agree
they'll
with
cover.
Why are they playing in Las Vegas?
They're playing at the Raiders Stadium. Not sure why.
you. It's
You
one.
think-
It's
You think
just
the
like the
boys from-
cow.
Go ahead,
You're
Greg.
trying to
I was gonna say, just like the Cowboys, Stadium hosts different games. It's the same thing. It's just the Raiders.
Yeah, but it's just like a regular weird game. It's just Notre Dame versus BYU. It's like a regular season game. Not even ranked teams.
BYU's ranked.
I guess it's kind of
BYU
close
is
to
ranked.
BYU, right?
BYU is ranked what?
Yeah, like 15 or something, I think.
16.
Oh yeah,
And I
always
doubt there's a
forget.
lot of. I'm gonna throw this out there. I doubt there's a lot of Notre Dame fans in Utah. So
I don't doubt that.
Notre Dame fans are everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
but isn't Utah predominantly one religion?
Mormon? So you're
Utah
talking
State
about
fan?
BYU? Yeah, maybe. I don't
That's what
know.
I'm saying. Like it's like if they wanted to have more Notre Dame fans be a part of it, there's probably not a lot of them in Utah. So
I
put it somewhere
disagree.
close to your spot.
I'm gonna
I don't
Google
know.
this.
You just
Yeah.
play a home game. I don't know.
Just
Like,
double-
Then you
talking
don't have
about here?
then you don't have the Mormons come, Greg.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they travel to Indiana? Your logic is flawed. I don't know. I
That's
don't agree with
far.
this.
I don't know, Greg. It was just a theory I had right now. I'm not the smartest person. I have a mastery of basic math, not college algebra. Basic
So
My
there
next
is
is Utah. I
There-
got Utah on my card.
there's
Utah-
literally a Notre Dame Utah website for it's Utah residents that are Notre Dame alumni fans. They have their own website. So I would imagine that they exist.
Matt, let me tell you something. You have your own website. That means
That's
nothing
true.
to me.
That's true.
MattChrometics.com.
That's a good
That
point.
means nothing to me.
So,
But-
Mark, you're taking
Where's
Utah.
your website?
I'm gonna double dip on Utah. -3.5, -110, and -170. I have websites that I'll keep to myself.
I'm
When
on
you
you.
go, what?
I don't know. I have no
No,
idea.
no.
Between
Move
him and his
on.
FBI agent. That's it.
I'm on. I'm actually on UCLA in that Utah game, +3.5, -110. They've been very impressive the last couple weeks after starting slow under Chip Kelly. Matt, your next one.
Next one for me is Middle Tennessee State +9.5 over UAB. I like Middle Tennessee State this year has looked good when I've seen them on the television. They have a strong core guys that came back for a fourth year that decided not to go pro. So I'm pretty excited for them this week.
Dude, this is my favorite. Like that, you're very good at what you do. I'll just give you that. You're
Sales?
good at. You're good at
Matt,
that.
Matt gave the perfect mid-major NCAA March Madness bracket breakdown. I don't know, man. They got a bunch of seniors. They're 4-year starters.
They might get a game
good
or
at it.
two.
Yeah,
If he didn't admit that he was making picks on the fly sometimes, I wouldn't believe it.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I do so much preparedness. I stop, drop, roll, and make picks.
That's a lot of preparedness.
Yeah, how much preparedness have you done tonight? Now, Mike, did you do any preparation for your next pick?
yes, I did.
He did preparation H. It's a hemorrhoid joke.
We got it.
Am I on delay?
No, you're not. We all laughed.
I'm gonna go on. I said I didn't like the line last week, and they didn't cover, but they're +7 dogs this week against San Jose State. I'm going with my UNLV Running Rebels +7, -115, and double dipping at +220.
Whew.
They didn't cover last week, Greg. I said I didn't like the line to you last week, and I don't know. I think that's too big of a line. I don't know how good San Jose State is.
Maybe a couple personal units went on the UNLV Running Rebels, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I had their team total. Big interception to end the game there last week to clinch it, though.
Understandable. I'm going Louisville against the Cavaliers of Virginia. Just gonna keep betting against them. -3, -105. Malik Cunningham's having a pretty solid year. Louisville's been better. Yeah,
I'm on that as well. Malik has been better than I expected. Louisville still, they did look scratchy against Boston College last week, but
Scratchy.
bad. I don't know.
They had like a
Not
sore
good.
throat.
I
don't know.
I don't know. What
It was a
scratchy
black
was.
and white TV.
It is loose. It is
They're
fluky.
fuzzy.
They're wearing a cotton sweatshirt. Well, I guess it's probably wool. But
The guys are just on the
Wool
sideline.
was probably better, but yes. Mark, what was your next pick on Bovada?
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay.
Everybody's over here double dipping. I'm going to double dip on somebody. It's the UNC Tar Heels +140 on the money line, and UNC +3.5 -115 on Bovada. So
I'm also +3.5 in that game.
got it.
I like that. That's a good pick, Greg. Sean May's been playing pretty well.
Sean May, nice.
For some reason, Matt, I expected a double dip from you, and that's kind of why I did it as I was putting my picks in.
All right, let's double dip.
Double
Let's
dip,
make it
boys?
let's quadruple pick for 2 people, and I like it in one game.
Who are they playing?
Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Miami.
Oh, I'm on Miami -3.5, -105.
How dare you?
All right, let's do it. I'm on Miami
Let's go.
-3.5 as well.
I don't.
Let's go.
And that's
Double dip?
-105.
-105.
Yeah, we double.
Are we double dipping too,
I'll
Mike?
double dip. What's the money line?
Let's double dip.
Can't find it. Oh, here we
I
go.
mean, the sauce is right there. We could dip right in.
-165. We'll double dip.
No big deal. No big deal. The U.
That was me
Do
double
you-
dipping into the sauce.
Nobody had.
I saw.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
I'm not going to double dip into the same spot that you just double dipped, though. That's weird.
Nobody I'd rather be
Value
going to
boys.
battle with versus the Value Boys than Matt. So I'm in on it. Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, I'm going to double dip again. I got a lot of double dips this week. Kansas, they look good. The Kansas
I'm on
boys
Rock
look
Chalk
good.
as
Me and Mark
well.
are on far too many picks this week together.
Let's
but Kansas
go.
plus,
I like it.
+7, -120 at home, and +210 at home. I think is
Finally ranked.
yeah.
Finally
and
ranked. Getting some
they're
respect.
playing TCU, who did smash Oklahoma, but that's a big line at home. I think for TCU to cover.
Mark, are you on both or just the spread?
I'm just on the spread, but I mean, this is TCU that they produce players like Jalen Rager. So
I mean,
you know,
Duggan has
Kansas-
looked good at quarterback this year, but
But
that's a big line at home for Kansas.
I say that knowing full well I can't name a single football player from Kansas. So
Todd Reesing.
Jaden Daniels.
We did this last week.
Billy Eichner.
I'm on Fresno State +7.5 -110. Matt, what's your next one?
Battle for the capital of Ohio, baby. I got Akron plus 11 versus Ohio.
I love this. Matt, just deep into the Maction.
Yeah, no, I'm taking a lot of action this week because I'm a Big Mac shin guy.
No, you're a Burger King guy. We just found that
that is
out.
true.
It's true. Whoppers over Big Macs
Yeah.
any day of the week.
False. I'll take
Dude,
a Big
I'm
Mac.
telling you, man, they have a Big Bacon King over at Burger King right now, and it is delicious.
I had chicken
anybody here
fries
disagrees-
recently. Horrible.
Okay, get a
Chicken
burger.
fries.
Never
and
quality-
never been so more underwhelming in my life than those recent chicken fries I had.
The quality.
Get the Big Bacon King.
Wendy's is the best burger fast food joint.
Well, it
place.
depends what you include. Like, is Five Guys?
If you're
fast food?
talking about places
Five
with
Guys isn't even
drive-throughs,
good. Five Guys is super expensive.
Okay. Well,
Drive through.
I mean, compared to like fast food, they're like $12 for a burger versus like $5.
you aren't
burger's
wrong.
miles better though.
The best was the hookup in college when my roommate worked there for 2 years.
He was one of the guys.
He was one of the 5 guys. you walk home.
Pretty convenient.
You walk home past that every day coming home from class. And if I was feeling like a 5 Guys, go in, get a burger, leave with a grilled cheese, a burger, drink. It's the whole
They got
thing.
milkshakes now
Nice.
too.
For like cheap or free or
I
something?
mean, yeah,
didn't
no, you
really
throw a
specify
couple in
that.
the
You just,
bag.
like,
I got the hookup. What do you want me to say?
Greg was like stuffing the peanuts in, like, dude, they have no idea I'm getting away with murder.
he's like, my buddy worked there, charged me full price. Such a good guy. I had to hook up. All right.
I could take as many peanuts as I wanted.
It's not what I'll pay full price on is NC State -3, -115 against Florida State on Bovada. I think it is an easy winner. I don't like Florida State at all. And NC State put up a great fight against Clemson despite not covering the number there.
They did cover the number, didn't they?
No, they lost by 10 and they were 6.5.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
dogs.
I was thinking of the previous game for Clemson.
Marks, what's your next one?
I got my final two. There are 2 games that are going tomorrow on Thursday night. I'm going to take Rutgers plus 135 at home to Nebraska. The new coach bump hasn't truly really worked for Nebraska. It doesn't look like. And then I like Houston at Memphis. Memphis coming on off of that win against Temple, so they're not going to play well, is my assumption.
Are you taking money line or spread in that one?
I'm going to take the money line in that one as well at plus 130. Give me some value. I like the underdogs this week.
And for the record, both those games are on October 7th, which is Friday.
Damn it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Just, for the listeners'
No,
sake,
but I was excited to watch some football tomorrow.
the NFL's on.
That's true. Thank
on
you.
Prime Video.
Mike, yeah, they are on Prime Video. Mike, close out your college football card.
Yeah, my last pick, I'm just taking the over in the Red River Showdown, Texas and Oklahoma, over 65, -110. Just going to root for points there. Normally there's madness, so hopefully there's a lot of points.
Ah,
is
Cameron
spooky
Dicker,
season.
isn't he might be the Eagles
The
kicker.
Birds
this week.
did just sign him to the practice squad or something. Or
Red River Showdown history right there.
Mhm.
Dicker the kicker.
I'm
I think
also
they signed him to full 53-man roster. Not even just
oh,
practice
did they?
squad. Like,
I didn't know it was even more than
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really? I
they
didn't
cut
know
Jake
Jake was that
Elliott,
hurt.
just straight up cut him.
No, they did not.
Yeah, they took him out to pasture.
I'm also
Really
on
gross.
that Red River rivalry over.
Over.
Matt, anything else in college football? I forgot what I was saying.
Mississippi money line over Vanderbilt, number 9 team in the nation, -1,000. We should be higher. I think that's kind of BS, but I'm pretty excited for Jackson Dart and this team, and I just think that we're going to keep moving on.
Did you say they were -1,000?
He did.
Okay, -1,000 on the card.
That's free
The
points.
little-
We are
is.
literally. How about Kentucky, dude? I wore my freaking hunting gear today because it was ducks on a pond. Just freaking out there, we took down Kentucky so easily. It was amazing.
That was not easy.
It was certainly not easy.
I can't believe Northwestern lost after getting 5 turnovers at Penn State in that weather that was clear as day.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently. Or no, it was
I
pouring.
thought it wasn't supposed
I don't
to
know
be.
what it was.
The rain missed us at 8:30 in the morning. Game started.
Even if you were there, you didn't know what the
6
weather
hours
was.
Later, 7 hours later.
Oh, goodness.
I'll close out my college football. It's Oregon -13, -115, USC -13, -110, and the Beavs, Oregon State -7, -110. Let's go to tennis. Mike, I'll start with you over in tennis.
Yeah, the lines are pretty meh, But I got a few WTA picks in Ostrova and Monster to parlay here. So I'm just going to start with my parlay, Greg. I'm taking them all straight.
Well, are you taking them straight as well?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So Veronika Kurdimatova minus 600. Let me make sure it's the same as earlier. Annette Kontaveit minus 350.
Okay.
Maria Sakkari minus 500. And Petra Martic minus 550. And that comes back at plus 113. You get a little bit of value.
Kudermatova,
Sakkari,
Kontaveit,
and
Sakkari, and Martic. My plus 119, right?
113.
113.
Yep.
All
Nothing too crazy there, but I got a little bit of value. So
understandable. Mark, where are you at in tennis?
So I agree with Mike. These lines are terrible in tennis. So what I did was I just went with a homeland parlay, where I'm going to take both picks, straight as well. I'm taking Hurkacz. He's going to be minus 170 on the money line, and I'm taking Kamil Majchrak. I have no idea how to say this guy's name, but he's against Kyrgios, and he's plus 4.5 at minus 115. So I'll take that plus 4.5. Hopefully the homeland comes through for me. Parlay those two together at plus 197. Value boy.
So you're taking him at plus 4.5, minus 115.
Yeah.
And then Hurkacz and
money line minus 170.
Yep, I got that. So what's the parlay play? Pay
197.
197. Matt, are you doing anything in tennis?
Just one pick as usual. It's 1-3 right now, I think. The Pimpin' All Over the World parlay. We're going with the Joker versus Bodig Van Sandskop.
Read the lines.
We're going,
and you're not taking them straight, correct?
Not taking them
still
straight.
Read them.
That's minus 1100. I got Fernando Verdasco versus Salvatore Caruso minus 275. Nick Kyrgios minus 1200 versus Kamil Majchrak. Zomber Piros versus Lee 2 minus 230. Parlay Pimpin' All Over the World parlay comes out to plus 131.
Plus 131.
Ball's in your court, Greg.
Thank you. I appreciate the ball being in my court. And I'm going to kick that can right down the road and move into soccer because I have no tennis picks.
I have one more.
You have one more?
Yeah, this line, this is the only close line I liked. I'm taking Ekaterina Alexandrova minus 120. She's ranked 22nd in the world, and for some reason she's a favorite against somebody ranked 10th in the world. So Vegas knows something, so I'm going to take that line.
Minus 120 for you on Bovada. All right, no worries. Well, we're already into soccer, so that pick, if it wins, doesn't count. We'll go. I understand that. We'll go, I guess, to the Premier League, I guess, right away. Matt, Manchester City, best team in the country.
Holland almost had a hat trick in the first half today. We played really well. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping the derby is coming up, or it already happened.
It already happened. They won 6-3.
They did.
We beat our crosstown buddies over there in Man United. So that was big. It's a big derby win for the boys. That's my first fandom derby championship. So I'm getting derby tattooed on the back.
And Holland did have a hat trick in that game, or you could say a hot trick, right? Right, with 2 A's, like we saw earlier. Shout out to one of our buddies who made that dad joke, and I liked it because dad jokes are in.
So I'm taking Man City over minus 2.5 over Southampton. No reason not to. We're literally the best team in soccer. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win the Premier League. We're going to win the Championships League. We're going to win the Maction. They're doing pretty well.
For the record, Mark, I did like that joke. So
I was waiting for somebody to just admit it.
Your delivery was.
I didn't need to deliver
awful.
it. It wasn't my joke. I'm not going to pass it off as my own.
Even explaining whose joke it was didn't work out.
Well, I'm not going to also shout out certain things. I don't do that. So what I'm gonna do though is I'm in that game, Matt. I'm taking my usual. I'm gonna go back to it. You know where I'm at. I'm at Holland first. Holland anytime, and
Holland
anytime
based.
is at minus 375, and first is plus 170. I just really need Holland and Lewandowski to score first at the same time. Right now, it's one of them, and it's helping my record. But if they could both do it, that would be great.
What was it? So it was Holland is anytime was minus
375. That's a little win. That'll add up.
Yes.
That's a crazy minus.
Dude, he's...
I mean, he has
He's the best
14 goals
soccer
in
player.
8 games.
Matt, here's one of the craziest stats I've seen was Michael Owen was the fastest person to 3 hat-tricks in Premier League history. He had in 48 games. Erling Haaland is now the fastest person to 3 hat-tricks in 8.
It's incredible.
Broke the record by 40 games. Like,
It's actually incredible.
I mean, when you have money to get the best, it's what you do. Because
It's crazy. They paid like nothing for him too.
but
For
dude,
how much he was
I
actually
just
worth.
I just saw a comparison between them and Manchester United, and Manchester United's actually spent more money.
It's because they
since
got
Sir Alex
they got
Ferguson's
Haaland
left.
for like 40 mil when he should have went for over 200.
400.
Yeah.
He should have gone
Easily.
for 400.
Well, they're paying that freaking Manchester United's still paying off that Wayne Rooney debt.
I don't know if
The
that's
Harry
the case.
Maguire debt.
I'm taking that is the case.
Yeah,
I'm taking
that one's-
Newcastle versus Brentford. Newcastle comes back at minus 120 on Bovada. Mike, I'll go to you.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the Palace boys against Leeds, plus 115. It was an absolute crime what happened in that Chelsea game. Chelsea did not deserve to win. They should have had a red card in the first half. You're allowed to fall over and just punch the ball in a goal-scoring opportunity. And then they scored in the 90th because Conor Gallagher's the GOAT.
Connor! Do you think he ever gets confused when they're like, Connor? And they're like, no, we said corner, not Connor.
I don't think
Get
they
outta here.
pronounce corner like that. I'm not gonna lie.
You ever been to London?
No, but I'm confident.
We gotta do a Connor.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Connor.
Let's move on. Mark, give me your next one.
This
Fish
is
and
rough.
chips in the Connor.
That's none of
All
this
right.
is correct.
All right.
Great,
So I'm
great
taking.
record.
I already mentioned it a little earlier. I'm taking Lewandowski first and anytime as well. First for him is plus 240. Anytime is minus 175.
Minus 175. That one hit last week. Yeah.
Last week. Yeah, they won 1-0 and he scored the goal. So it was the first and the anytime. It was a nice 3-unit hit from just one. And of course, Haaland scored 3 goals in that game, but he did not score first, which
Yes.
is what I needed.
I'm taking West Ham versus Fulham, minus 130. Fulham stinks, so they should be able to cruise there. Mike, anything else in soccer?
Yeah, I'm taking Liverpool plus 160 against Arsenal. Arsenal's been on top of the world. Liverpool's been a little bit down this year. I think
get
Liverpool gets the win this week.
Get bent.
They're
Give me Arsenal.
Arsenal's due for a letdown.
Double dip. Arsenal's not due
Yes,
for
they are.
anything like that.
You
Arsenal
know who
is.
Arsenal
They
is.
are playing very well. They are like a well-oiled machine right now. So I'm going to double dip on the Arsenal machine. I'm going to take them at plus 155 as the slight favorites in this, and I'm also going to take them at draw no bet minus 110.
Draw no bet.
Get out of here.
Plus 110.
Come on, you Gunners.
Plus 110?
Liverpool minus 110.
Minus 110.
Draw no bet. Get out of here with your Liverpool crap.
I'm just saying they're due for a letdown game.
I'm on over.
Liverpool doesn't look good.
I know, and Arsenal's due for a letdown game.
You're due for a
I'm on the over in that game. Over 3, minus 102. And my last soccer pick is in the Man U Everton game. I'm taking Man U. They're even money on the money line versus Everton on Bovada. That closes me out there. Matt, are you done in soccer?
Done in soccer. Got a cricket pick though for you when you're ready.
Go ahead. We'll just lump it in here.
All right. Well, I'm taking the Southern Rocks in the Pro 50 Championship because I'm taking them at even money over the Matabilan Tuskers. I just really like their symbol. It's like the wickets, but they're made out of stones, and it's like the wicket cracking. So that really drew my eye to it. So I'm going with Southern Rocks in the Pro 50 Championship coming up.
Will you be up at 3:30 to watch it on Friday?
I don't know what time will it be in Vermont at that point.
3:30.
Maps.
We're in the same time zone, right?
Yep.
Maps.
Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, we're a first-class cricket team over there in Southern Rock.
Does that close us out in
I
soccer
have one
and
more
cricket?
pick.
That closes us out in cricket, but
Yeah,
not
I
soccer.
have one final soccer pick, and it's Aston Villa plus 120 against the
Also on my
absolute
card.
worst team in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest.
You know what? You guys are just mean.
They're
And
horrible. You should keep adding Nottingham Forest
Did
to your
you
card,
watch
Greg.
that first half against Leicester? You know what? It made me believe Leicester was so good that
They're
Leicester's actually on
horrible.
my card. Leicester's plus 110 on my card. I'm like, did they find something against Nottingham Forest? Madison was so good he was actually at the darts tournament.
How dare
interviewed.
you? I know you didn't watch that, and you're using my own texts against me.
No.
This is blasphemy.
Me and Chris were texting about it on the side. We're like, dude, do you see Madison? This is crazy.
Chris
Anyway,
does not approve of this. He knows you can't hear him, and he's not happy.
He is out
so
on
then
that.
I got Leicester, I got Aston Villa, and my last soccer pick. I'm actually going to take the Leeds Crystal Palace first half draw. I like that one. That looks like a tight matchup. That's plus 123. Then I'm done in soccer.
So you took
yeah.
Leicester versus Bournemouth plus 110, and
Yeah.
then you have Leeds Crystal Palace first half draw.
123.
First half.
1, 2,
plus
3.
1, 2, 3. All right. So that closes it. Now I have to do it. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to keep them off my card because you're right. They're going through a rough patch. It's been a struggle.
Rough patch going to happen
Tricky
all
trees.
year.
The forest is rough.
What are you talking about? They got to win at one point.
Yeah, when they first
God.
came up, when they played their home opener, the first game back in the Premier League, who would have saw that coming? We should have.
Nottingham Forest plus 230 on Bovada on my card. I hate both of you. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to darts very quickly. We're in the middle of the World Darts Grand Prix. A whole lot of action going on over the past few days. Started on Monday. Matt, I'll start with you, and then once you tell me your pick, I'll just rattle through mine, and we can move on.
I'm excited. The World Grand Prix is coming up, so this is fun.
That's the worst.
I'm doing Danny Noppert minus 130 over Nathan Aspinall. Noppert's been battling this season. He won a few township games around his pub crawls, and he's doing all right.
Yeah.
So Noppert for the win.
Yeah, but Matt, aren't you worried that Aspinall won the Australian Grand Prix like last week or something, and then he's coming off a big win?
No, not
okay. Danny Noppert, UK Open champion this year. Aspinall coming off a big win over world number 4, Michael Smith, in the first round. Yeah, I'm on Nathan Aspinall in that matchup.
Whoa.
Even
Also
money.
on Aspinall.
Oh,
I don't like that.
I'm on whatever Matt's on. Give me that. I want Matt.
Why? Aspinall, he helped me when we did that fake
horrible
fantasy darts
betting. He just says how much he
Greg
loses every day.
Greg has 10 to 15 180s, okay? Somewhere in that range.
Relax. On the show, I don't bet the 180 bets that I do. Let's be fair.
That's true. I'll give you that.
I went 6-1 in first round matchups last week in darts.
Personal 180s are incredible.
His personal 180s are incredible.
They're almost as real as your 220.
Whoa.
How dare you?
I went bowling last Friday. My highest was 173.
You can't get a 220 in darts.
He's not wrong. I'll give my picks out really quickly. Ross Smith minus 155. You heard the Aspinall. Peter Wright minus 135 in his quarterfinal matchup. I still carry over the outright win for plus 700 for the whole tournament. So we move that on. Are we good on that?
Yep.
Then, fellas, let's get to playoff baseball. We mentioned it at the top of the show. We're right back into it. Bovada has a good amount of lines going, some series prices, some different things, some AL matchups on there. So there's a ton of stuff that we can choose from. And Mark, I'll start with you.
So I went with only series prices, but I did pick all 4 series. I'm going to start with our boys. I'm taking the Phils plus 120. I like the pitching that we got with Wheeler and Nola. I know Ranger looked like pretty bad in his last start, but he was hungover. So it's not even September Nola. It's October Nola.
No, I know. Ace. He's an ace.
He is an ace. I love him. Plus 120 on the Phils.
All right. Mike.
Yeah, I'm just taking the Guardians minus 130 on Friday against the Rays. I'm assuming not Justin's going to be on the mound. but they haven't announced who's going to pitch. But if I had to guess, it'll be him. So
For that exact reason, I'm on the Rays plus 108.
that feels like a very spite pick of you.
Well, not only am I taking them, not only am I taking them straight up, I'm also taking them in the series. They're even money to win that at plus 100 on Bovada.
I'm on that as well, Greg. The plus 100.
I don't like that. Please don't.
I don't care
please
what
don't
you
do
like.
that. This is not.
I'm
good.
on my way back from last place, buddy.
Well,
I'm on my
I
way.
hope so, my friend. Matt,
Running up that hill.
your next one.
I'm also on the Phillies plus 120. I think we get it done. It's all about winning, getting in, not losing, getting in. So you got to win games here, not hope other teams lose because it's now the playoffs. So I'm pretty excited for this team. We're riding high after winning our way into the playoffs. You know, like a good team does, not just hoping for other teams to lose and get in. So, I mean, Mike is wearing a loser mentality hat, so it's fine.
My question is, how do you win playoff games when the season already ended? Like we traded Schwarber, Harper, they're all traded.
I never said that. I never said that.
I'd have to dive into the archives.
Pull the receipts and have Chris edit it into the video. For the record, Matt, you're safe. Chris said he's not doing it.
Okay.
I'm on the Blue Jays on Friday, minus 140 in that first matchup against the Mariners.
I'm on the Mariners. I'm buying in on the Mariners hype for this.
I'm
at
on
least
the Mariners
wild
series.
Yeah, I'm on Mariners plus 126 on Friday, and then I'm taking them series as well plus 145.
What a way to end a playoff drought.
Yeah, that was electric.
That was incredible. Just the walk off. Baseball is awesome. And I'm so happy to have playoff baseball back in our lives.
We need to win this so we can get a home game, though.
That would be
need to fill the bank up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I need to be at the bank.
Yeah.
Winning the 50-50,
Austin.
Matt.
Oh,
Yeah.
You would be there.
You
Phillies
versus that
win.
other guy.
Phillies win.
It's destiny. It's been 14 years since I almost won a playoff baseball 50-50, so it's about my time.
Boys'
Need to
night
get
at the
back
bank.
at it.
I would say you are due for sure. Mike, anything else in baseball?
Nope, that's it.
Matt, anything else in baseball?
I got a future.
All right.
Philadelphia Phillies 2022 World Series winner plus 3,500. Kyle Schwarber World Series MVP plus 10,000.
That's value.
I like how there's clapping. It's very proud.
I'll throw it on my card because that's defense, but I love it.
I do like that.
I'm
What is
ahead
that
of Matt
part
now,
of the
but-
futures or the?
That is part of
that's a
regular
pick on the
Okay.
show.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just clarifying.
My last pick is the Padres series plus 155. Mets are completely demoralized, limping into the playoffs after that sweep. Mark, what's your series pick for that? 'Cause you said you picked up
minus 190 on the Mets because apparently
trumpets. It's the trumpets, isn't it? You're so in on the trumpets. I knew this guy was a Mets fan. Take your hat off.
It's DeGrom, dude. DeGrom's a beast. He's gonna win his game, and then they only got to win 1 out of 2.
This is.
I don't know. Their pitching is limping into the playoffs, though.
I mean, if you think the Mets aren't good, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not saying the
They're a
Mets aren't
baseball
good. I'm
team.
saying at this current time, they are having serious issues, and in a 3-game series, that matters.
So I've been
Sure,
trying to
but I'll
talk.
take it.
Yeah, what do you
I've
say,
been trying to
Matt?
talk. I've been trying to talk Mike into buying these Jordan 3s, and like he simply does not notice that they are the Mets colors.
It was a long con by you.
They're a great shoe, and they're a great shoe though, and I love them. But I was really hoping you would buy them, and then I'd be like, "Look at this Mets fan here."
I thought you
dropped
sent me the blue and red ones, though, not the blue and orange ones.
They're blue and orange. No, they're blue and orange. The ones I sent you. Whatever. I'm a little bit colorblind, but it's no.
Close enough.
They're like blue and orange. It'd be funny. It'd be very very funny if you bought Mets shoes.
Knicks,
Those
Mets
ones
fan.
are orange. I thought they were the blue and red ones.
Yikes!
Yeah, no, it would have been really fun. They're great shoes. Kobe wore them at one point. I like
They
them.
are
All right,
nice
if-
shoes.
Broncos colors.
Are
Let's
we?
ride.
Are we? That's true. Are we good in baseball?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right,
Phillies are.
accurate. All right, then let's quickly go into our NHL preview here. Really, just the futures. We're going to bang them out, get them out of the way. Not a ton to go through, but it's always good to get these on there. Me and Mark crushed it last year with that Islanders pick, and they didn't make the. I don't think they made the playoffs.
No, that was me.
Would you were on it too?
I was
Or
on
me.
the
I was me
Islanders.
and
It was
you.
me
Sorry,
and
me
you.
and Mark. Me and Mark had the Rams last
Yeah.
year, so
Yeah, we've been killing the futures recently.
Yeah, no, we
so.
stunk, Greg, in hockey.
You're not wrong.
I think I did well, but I had the Islanders to go all the way.
Probably did, which is a real issue. So let's just kick it right off. We'll go right into the Atlantic Division. I'm taking. I mean, it's really hard to pick against the team that won
Wild.
2 straight Stanley Cups and then lost in the last one. I'm taking the Lightning plus 225 to win that division. So
I mean, that's the obvious and easy and put it on my card pick, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Lightning plus 225.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go to Matt.
I'm going with the maple flavored Leafs, baby. Plus 200.
Maple Leafs.
And that's who I have as well.
Maple Leafs plus 200 for the both of
When
you.
is the last time Canada won a championship in any major sport besides basketball?
Besides basketball.
I was thinking I thought about it as I was saying. I was watching a Fred Van Vliet interview today.
Those are the only 2 sports they have professional. No, baseball, right? So 1993,
Soccer.
right? They won in 93.
Or they win any.
Did you see
Soccer, I think they won a few years ago, actually.
Did you see all that stuff they're doing in Chester? They're putting in like a big Wissafisk complex.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
It looks sweet.
Yeah.
It does look sweet. A lot of soccer fields, baseball fields, all that other stuff. But yeah. Are we going to the Atlantic Division?
Just did the Atlantic Division. I was letting you guys go because I was trying to pre-write.
You never let us go.
I know.
That's a dangerous game.
We're only 29 minutes into the show per my screen.
Well,
yeah.
That's going to be a problem later. Let's go into the Metropolitan here. That's what I have written down next. So we'll go to that. Mike, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, Metropolitan is who?
You
Definitely not the Flyers. They're horrible.
No.
I took the Penguins plus 300.
Penguins.
I don't even know who's on that team anymore.
Who, the Flyers or the Penguins?
Yeah, the Flyers.
Nobody good, so it doesn't matter.
It's terrible.
Is Konechny still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
He actually is here. There you go. Good job, Matt.
I Googled hurricanes, and the top of the hurricane is a pretty cool looking thing. But devastating though.
All
right. Taking the Hurricanes plus 175.
Hurricanes plus 175 for you, Matt, in the Metropolitan. Mark.
I'm taking the Islanders plus 700. Hopefully they can come up top. Blue and orange.
Blue and orange, Mets fan. Mark's a Mets fan. It all comes together. I love this.
Islander, Mets, Knicks, Broncos. That's me. That's what my car has.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm taking the New York Rangers plus 325 for me in the Metropolitan. We'll go to the Central Division. Matt.
The Yotes plus 20,000. They're playing in a friggin' like jungle, like a kids soccer rink. They're playing knee hockey for all their home games in a living room near you.
Dude, I think it's actually on Arizona State's campus, and it's like a 5,000 seat, like tiny arena. Wild.
That's bad.
It's a pro sports arena. Wild.
Definitely not good. Definitely not
Speaking
good.
of the Wild, I'm taking the Wild. Plus
I
400.
was going to say the same thing. I'm also on the Wild plus 400.
So the Wild plus 400. The Wild plus 400. I'm actually stunned that this is where I'm at. I'm on the Dallas Stars plus 1,400. I thought that's where Matt was going to go. Hat tip, Mike Madonna. It's a whole thing. We'll go to the Pacific. we'll go to the Pacific. Mike, your Pacific pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go back with the Oilers, obviously. Plus 210. I'm probably just going to bet the Oilers every single year until McDavid's gone.
I'm on the Oilers plus 210 as well. Mark.
Give me the Golden Knights plus 475. They're going to have that Vegas magic back where visiting teams just suck.
Matt.
The Kraken.
Big Dave Hackstall guy?
Big Dave Hackstall guy. Wait, did you see this? Speaking of, you said Golden Knights. I was thinking of Golden Nuggets, thinking the Chicken Nugget Challenge. Did you see this new challenge where this guy was eating French fries for like every yard that the one team had? I forget who it was. It was like either the Thursday night. So I think it was the Monday night game, and like someone broke off like a 50-yard run. He just started eating French fries. I couldn't do that for team total offensive
That's
yards.
incredible.
See, I don't know, man.
Well,
You're telling me you can eat 125 nuggets, but you can't eat like 350 French fries?
Over the course of
French
4
fries.
hours versus like a 2-hour
Dude,
NBA game.
I think the French fries is a way easier challenge.
I don't know, man.
How quick
I think the French fries is harder.
Like that possession, or just
just as long as you have more total yardage,
More fries than the yard.
I feel like one bite's like 10 fries.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's
That's
a lot.
where you're.
Of fries.
I like the
it's
fried
not
challenge.
one nugget. It's like
way easier.
a handful of fries. You could get like 7-8 fries at a time.
We got to figure
They're
out.
enough.
We got to figure out what kind of fries they are too, though, because that matters.
That does matter. If we're talking like lattice or like potato
there's
fries,
no way.
something like that, there's no way.
I mean,
The hell did
could
you
have
just
just
call
said
me?
waffle.
The
Unbelievable.
hell did you just say?
They're
Lettuce
lattice.
fries? It's a
They're-
healthy fries
Listen,
thing.
I saw chips today. They're hers lattice chips.
They're made out
They're
of
called lattice.
cauliflower. It's a whole thing. Let's go to
Oh
the
my
East.
God.
Let's go to the Eastern Conference. Bovada has a ton of futures for the Eastern Conference. Mike,
Maple Leafs plus 500.
Maple Leafs plus 500 for you. Mark,
Lightning strikes 4 times.
I'm
Plus
also
550.
I'm also on the Lightning plus 550. Matt,
The Hurricanes, like my favorite wrestler, plus 550.
Stand
back.
I wish you had a cape so bad. I don't know why. I just think it would have been.
Surprisingly, I don't own a cape.
I'm stunned. Absolutely
You would
stunned. Let's go to the Western Conference. I'll go out with the Oilers plus 600. Mike.
Yep. You know, Oilers plus 600.
Oilers plus 600 in all Canada Stanley Cup
That's what I
matchup
was
for you.
thinking. That's what I was thinking in my head before when I was writing everything down. I meant to say that and I forgot.
Mike or Matt.
The Kraken, plus 5,000.
Kraken plus 5,000. Mark.
Kraken skulls.
Give me the Golden Knights plus 1,100.
Golden Knights plus 1,100. Let's move to the Stanley Cup very quickly. Matt.
The Hurricane Ranas, plus 1,100.
Hurricanes plus 1,100. Mike.
McDavid and Draisaitl, Oilers plus 1,400.
I'm also on the Oilers plus 1,400.
They're not gonna
This
make
is,
the playoffs.
this is so bad. This is
I
so bad.
apologize to all Oilers fans out there, but they're not making the
Kiss of
playoffs
death.
this year.
Mark, close it
Kiss
out.
of death.
This is where the money's to be made. The Lightning get back on top. They should be 3-time champions right now, going for their 4th. I think they will get this one. Continue the dynasty.
You got odds on them plus 1,200.
Plus 1,200. You got the odds right in front of you.
I'm also writing things down, trying to read. It's a whole thing. All right, let's go to week 5 in the NFL. We have a lot of games to cover in a very short period of time, but Bovada has all the lines. We're ready to go. But let's kick it off. I'm going right with Thursday Night Football. I know the Broncos stink, but the Colts are somehow worse, and there's no Jonathan Taylor. I'll take the Broncos at home, minus 3.5, even money. Mike, your first one.
Yeah, I'm going to go across the pond again and take the over 41 minus 110 Packers and Giants. I think the Packers absolutely smashed them after almost losing last week. And so minus 8, minus 110.
I'm on the Packers minus 8 as well. So, Matt, your next one.
Falcons plus 9, minus 110. Brady's got too much other stuff going on off the field. I think it has something to do with his marriage, but I'm not sure. But I'm taking Falcons plus 9, minus 110.
I'm on that as well. I think that the Falcons will at least keep it close. They'll probably lose by like 7. They've looked solid.
That you're not wrong.
Until the last drive, right, Craig?
Typically, this week they didn't have that problem. They actually caused the late game turnover as opposed to committing it. So, not a bad pick. I stayed away from that game. Mark, what's your first one in the NFL?
The first one, I'm going to go with the under tomorrow night's game, the Colts-Broncos, under 42, minus 110 for the reasons you stated, Greg. The Broncos offense stinks, and the Colts don't have JT. And then I'm also across the pond, and I'm taking the Giants plus 8. The Giants, they can run the ball. Saquon looks good. Daniel Jones also can run the ball a little bit, so I think that'll help with keeping
Aren't you worried he's not playing?
I was going to say.
Wait, Daniel Jones isn't playing?
No, and neither is the backup.
This might be a Davis Mills game.
Time
Or
out.
David Webb.
What happened to Daniel
David
Jones?
Webb.
Marriage
Davis
problems.
Webb? I don't know. I think he might be their third emergency quarterback, Chris. So I may be wrong, but
What happened to Daniel
Tyrod
Jones?
Taylor is the backup, but he's also hurt.
He's also hurt. Yeah.
All right. Well, that changes a lot of
well,
things.
it's already on the
They're
card.
both-
Hands
No,
off
no,
the
no.
chess
They're both
piece.
Dancing with the Stars.
Hands off the
Yep.
No, I think we should. I think we should go to
Bobby
court.
Fischer.
So
I think we should
Bobby
go
Fischer.
to let's go
Tyrod
to
and
both.
Jones are both like maybe like
Day to day.
yeah.
No,
they're both
yeah,
day to
give me
day.
the Giants plus 8
And they
because
sort of
Daniel
worked
Jones
out
is
Jake
going to
Fromm.
play. I'm not worried about it.
Oh.
Jake Fromm from.
Actually,
They also-
do you know who
Go ahead.
they worked out? AJ McCarron.
Yeah, they did.
They spoke AJ McCarron into existence last week.
We got him an NFL tryout. That's what they.
You're welcome.
You want this show to produce winners? We produce winners on Bovada, and we give AJ McCarron an NFL tryout. That's what Bettors Delight does.
I can just
Hit
imagine
myself.
an intern at the Giants being like, "Guys, you remember AJ McCarron? I just heard about it on the podcast.
My intern,
You should bring him in."
He's available.
my intern. Do you mean John Mara, the owner? Is that who you mean
Yeah.
by intern?
Sure.
First time, long time.
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, a team that just came from London that's coming back to play this week is the Vikings. They're -7, -110, playing the Bears. They're on my card. The Bears are horrible.
They're really bad.
so bad.
Horrible.
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 Yuck.
Matt, what's your next one?
Gross. It's mean. Lions +3, even money. Lions money line +145. Patriots stink. They should have won last week and knocked Mikey out of the survivor pool that we're in. Should be 10 people left. Instead, there's still 24.
That was a big comeback win by the Packers there.
Yeah, that
But
was
I've
not good.
also doubled down on the Lions there. The Lions just need to play a little bit of defense, and they should have won last week. But I don't know is Zappy going to start again for the Patriots, or is Mac Jones maybe back? I don't know. But Lions double down.
Who's Zappy?
That's who played last week because Hoyer got hurt in the first quarter.
I didn't even know that. Hoyer got hurt.
Yeah.
I took a long nap when I got home from the Birds game. I took a nap on the couch till midnight, woke up, and then went to bed.
You nap.
And my feet were still frozen.
You're a really good napper. You nap
I lo-
a good job.
I like napping. Napping, scientists say napping will extend your life by 13 to 14 seconds.
Everyone, Matt, I'm just proud of you. Mark put it best. He said that you nap a good job, man. You nap a good job.
Nap a good job.
No one commented. You didn't need to bring it back.
Mark, what's your next one?
My next pick, I'm going with the Bills -14, huge number, but I don't love rookie quarterbacks starting their first game on the road. In Buffalo, I don't think Kenny Pickett's going to do anything special here. 3 interceptions. Yeah, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, vultured from the 1 and 2, but Najee Harris is available on the trade block if you guys need him in one of our fantasy leagues.
He's very available. Go get him.
Trade you Josh Allen.
He's got Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, any of those top quarterbacks is
I mean,
with
I'd
the
be
price
4-0 if Mark didn't draft Jalen Hurts right before me. Literally be 4-0.
But I like the Bills.
I'm also on the Bills. They did Kenny Pickett 0 favors, and I think this is a week where the Bills get a weaker defense that they can kind of pick apart a little bit. So get back into the flow of things. I'm also taking the Chargers -2.5, -105. Shouldn't have taken the Browns last week. I love the Falcons on You're Wrong and then switched my pick because of Chris. And with that, I'm riding the Chargers again this week, -105.
I'm double dipping on the Chargers there. -2.5, -105, and -135. I think they're back a little bit, getting a little bit healthier again. I forget who they played last week, but they covered -5.5 easy. And it's a away game.
That doesn't make sense.
It's a away game. You get a few points at home.
Yeah, and I mean, have you watched the Browns play lately? They should have lost multiple games.
Yeah, but why exactly?
No,
so
he's
why
saying
are
that
they
he's
only,
saying the line's low.
it's too close.
Yeah.
I think it's too close. I think the Chargers are way more talented than the Browns right now.
Can we allow this? I'm gonna try to, and again, this is up to you guys. On Sunday morning, I'd like to check the touchdown scorer props, and I'd like to put
it's on there.
I tried to find it. I can't locate it.
Who do you want?
I want Austin Eckler to score 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns this week.
No, it's not on there.
I wonder
It's
why.
not on there
It's
right
such
now.
reverse jinx by Greg because I'm playing him in fantasy.
What do you know? That has nothing to do with it.
All right,
Austin
I'm
Eckler
not
to score
allowed.
2
I'm
plus
not-
touchdowns.
I'm
What are we
not
talking
allowed.
about? What is that illegal bet? That's not on here.
I allow
I
it.
allow it.
I allow it.
It'll reverse with the jinx, the reverse jinx if we don't allow it. So we got to allow it.
Yeah. It's not on there. We'll check Sunday morning and see if it's on there or not.
If it's on there,
Wow.
I want this on my card.
You check.
I want it
not
on my
checking.
card too.
No, what?
Yeah, I'm putting it on my card as
This
well.
is ridiculous. I don't like this.
Oh, my.
2 plus TDs.
Reverse jinx jerk.
No, he doesn't do that, Matt. Come on.
Oh, and this one,
Never.
this is a big one. This is for the Javonte Williams ACL. This is for everything.
Bro, I was talking smack to Chris yesterday in the
Oh
underdog.
yeah, I heard it.
got the-
I heard it. That's why I thought of this
He
pick.
said that would be bad, and look where I'm at now. I got the top 3 running back in fantasy, who's a 4th round keeper next year, and Greg has a player that's not going to play till 2024.
And more than likely won't be on my team next year. I'm going to take the Dolphins -3, -110. I trust Teddy Two Gloves. Mark, what's your next one?
My next one, I like the Jags a lot. They've been on my card almost every week. I like them this week against the Texans. They did come out strong against the Eagles, but I do think the Eagles have that strong of a team. The defense looked really good. So give me
I
the
think we
Jags.
would have beat
Trevor
the
Lawrence.
Jags by like 4 touchdowns if there wasn't for the weather.
Weather was
Well,
definitely a
the
major
six help.
factor.
Pick 6
Weather's a
help,
new song
but
by Kelsey Ballerini. New
Kelsey
album came out.
Boom.
Ballerini.
Fire album.
Good album. I'm going to see her actually.
She's a great
Ooh.
dancer.
Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, my last pick before the challenge will be Monday Night Football. I'm just going to take the over in that Raiders-Chiefs game, over 51, -110. I feel like they play that division stuff normally plays shootouts, or Chiefs play shootouts on any like Monday night or Sunday night game. So
That over is on my card, and the Chiefs -7.5 at even money on Bovada on my card. Matt, next one.
Titans -2.5, -110, and Titans -135. Titans are a good football team. They're my survivor pool pick this week. I think they can take down the Commanders in Washington, and I don't mean the government. I just mean the football team. So I think we're gonna be good.
Mike.
yeah, no, my last pick was that. My
Or
pick
sorry,
this week
Mark.
is the Bills, Matt.
Mark.
I'm taking a few picks here, Greg. They're all from the Eagles game. Actually texted myself about this to remind myself. I saw something that the Cardinals have the worst first half spread in the NFL so far. So I'm taking the Eagles -5 in the game spread, -115. Eagles -3 for the first half, -115. Eagles -0.5 point at -105 in the first quarter. And Eagles -1 point, -115 in the second quarter.
So,
I'm
You know
just
what this
gonna-
sounds like? Before you say anything, Greg,
What?
perfect time to see that stat and jump in and mush it, and the Eagles go down like 14-0 in the first half.
You don't need see now that's the reverse jinx of it. So technically, like it wasn't a mush until you just said that. So who is actually the mush now? Is it you for saying that? Yes.
So-
What does this sound like?
chicken.
chicken
Eagles' first quarter was -0.5 and what were
-105.
-105. No spread. It's just a money line.
Well, no, they're
Oh, okay. So you're taking
they're minus half a
minus
point.
half a point, and then second quarter was what? Same thing.
-1 point, -115.
-1,
that
-115.
spread.
And I don't like the Cardinals.
Well,
I don't think they're a weird team.
A lot of betting options on Bovada. I like it. I'm also on the Eagles -5, -115, and the 49ers -7 plus 100. The Panthers are terrible. Mike or Matt, any more picks in the NFL before we go to the challenge?
Nope, just the challenge.
All right, then let's get into the challenge very quickly. I stayed atop the leaderboard, but everybody won. It was the first ever full clean double dip sweep by the entire show. The podcast special,
Double
very
special.
solid. The double special, Mike.
8 wins for the boys.
Eight
you,
wins.
chefs.
Lot.
Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you, chefs.
Thank you, Chef.
Let's go to the challenge this week. It is Sunday Night Football. It is the Bengals visiting Baltimore. The Ravens are 3.5 favorites. Matt, I'll start with you.
Who did you say was 3-point favorites?
The Ravens are
Ravens.
3-point favorites.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. All right, I thought I misheard you. I'm going with the Bengals +3 -105. Joey Burrow, he's figuring it out. That team's coming back. I'm taking that +145 as well. I'm also taking over 48.5 in that game. I like the Bengals. They're coming back and looking like the team of old, and I think they're going to be good.
You're taking all that on your card, and then the Bengals +3 for the challenge.
That is correct, Jeff.
All right, perfect, Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens -3, -115. I want it on my card, and I'll double dip on the Ravens, just -170 as well. That adds up.
It certainly
They
does.
just got to play all four quarters. They just haven't played the second half.
I'm in on that as well. I'm right with Mike. I think the Ravens are still one of the AFC's top teams, even though they had a tough loss to the other AFC top team.
Are you taking the double dip there, Mark?
Yeah, I'm taking the double dip. Me and the value boys. Boom, 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 boom. Dip, dip.
I don't know what that was.
I might have just woken my kid.
That's a real problem if that's the case. I'm on the Bengals +3 -105, and I'm also on that Bengals double dip money line with Matt at +145, and obviously they're my challenge pick at +3. Fellas, crazy week. Great to be here. Let's go Fightins.
Let's go, Phil.
Let's go.
Thank you, Chef.
Let's go win some bets.